Hello Aries, welcome to your collective reading for this June. A little bit late, but thank you for being patient with me while I got this out. Summer was a bit of a start for me, but I am here and I've got your oracle cards shuffled and ready to go. Please do keep in mind, Aries, that this is a general collective reading, so not every single message may resonate with you. Take what does, leave what does not here, because it could be a message for someone else. So right off the bat, when I was meditating on this card, Aries, I feel like hawks are very significant for you at this time. There isn't a hawk on this card, but I feel like some of you could be seeing birds or seeing hawks. And to me, hawks from animal energy, or like spirit animal or animal medicine is even coming to me right now. They can see things from a higher perspective. So whatever it is, Aries, perhaps there's this energy or this call to like zoom out and look at something from a little bit of a higher perspective. That could be something you're trying to do at this time. It feels like there could be a little bit of a degree of difficulty, I'm hearing, in attaining that higher perspective. The next thing that was really significant to me is that in this Emperor card, the planet Mars is right there, and that's the planet of power and action. It can also be the planet of like sexuality. There's this energy of, I'm also looking that there's like a skull up here. So for some of you, that could be a little bit disconnected from you at this time. Maybe you're feeling like you don't have a lot of power or drive or passion. Whoa, throat chakra. Some of you could be looking away from something that you formerly felt so much passion for or desire for, because in this card I just realized he is looking away. And there's even energy that's flowing toward, like, from his gaze away. So something could be moving away from you or away from your experience, and you're trying not to watch it go away, watch it walk away. It's almost like the energy of something is slipping through your fingers and you're trying to look away from it. It's like you don't want to acknowledge something that is happening. Let's see what's going on, Aries. So we have this here, this energy, not for you. What this is telling me right away is there's two sides to this. Some of you could have two choices. One feels a little bit lighter and brighter, and one feels a little bit darker. Some of you could be receiving clarity on because this hand feels really important to me, and there's like a fortune cookie that's being presented by the hand, and it's pointing, the fortune cookie is open towards the white chess pieces, which to me is like representing a feeling of expansion or openness or opportunity or possibility, where the shadow side of the chess pieces is like perhaps some like past patterning or past wounding. To me, what this card is saying is like there's an energy of turning away from the shadow side, or almost like patterns that you've been indulging in, and moving towards what gives you that feeling of expansion or opportunity. You're deciding at this time, and that could be what this turning away is like you're choosing where to consciously focus your energy. So we had these two cards come out together, Hope and Golden Crown. We have Gemini Think. So Gemini season, and I see isolation here. Gemini season could have been a period of time where you kind of went inward and maybe consciously chose to isolate yourself from others or a person, a situation. I'm hearing a group even for some of you, because there actually is There's 2 people in this Gemini card. I don't know why I thought there was a lot of people. Some of you, it could be a group. In order to decide what it is that you want to pursue, okay? The card Patience also comes out here. Some of you could be sifting through, this red balloon always reminds me of like inner child energy. So some of you could be sifting through like patterns that you've had since childhood, or perhaps some experiences, maybe even disassociated memories are coming back to you at this time, Aries, where you're remembering some things. There's this message to be patient with yourself while you try to integrate that energy and make choices, I'm hearing, from that informed state of realizing. Perhaps for some of you, you're having realizations about things that you experienced in your childhood that you didn't really think they were a big deal until recently. And now you're having like these aha moments of like, oh, that's why I do this thing. That's why. Very similar energy to what's going on for Taurus. So maybe some of you have Taurus placements, or I don't know, maybe it's a collective energy right now. I do feel like even though you're experiencing something that could be a little bit heavy at this time, Aries, that feels a bit daunting or a bit confusing, I do feel like that you have hope for what I'm hearing, what is birthed from this experience. There's this knowing or this trust in the divine that is guiding you through this process. It's almost like even if you're in this isolated state, you're never really alone, because the divine, God, source energy, your angels, your guides, they're always around you, and some of you are very attuned to that. And it does provide you this feeling of hope or safety that like everything's going to be okay. Even if you're going through a period of discontent, everything's going to be okay when you come out on the other side of it. And some of you could just be repeating that mantra, everything's going to be okay, I'm okay. So I shot my glance to the other side of the table, and I have a card turned over of the reading that I just did. There's this energy here, Aries, of you perhaps wanting to look at something you turned your back on. There's this energy of you looking away from something, and with me shooting over this glance at this card and feeling like it was so important, there's this energy of it's almost like it's too painful for you to look at, whatever that is. There's so much emotion in whatever this is that you're trying not to look at. Let's get into the tarot message and see what's going on for you, Aries. All right. Thank you, angels, for your guidance for Aries Collective, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to hear, know, or see at this time, this June going into July? What do they need to hear, know, or see? 3 more, got it. Move these cards over. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to hear, know, or see for their best and highest good? Messages of love, light, and clarity for Aries Collective. All right, here we go. So we got the Page of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Death card at the bottom of the deck. 5 of Swords. There's a lot of energy. So we've got 2 5s coming out. That can represent changes happening. But there's a lot of energy around perhaps feeling conflicted or very sad or regretful around an ending of something, and you trying to move away from something here. Some of you could be gaining clarity on some sadness that you've carried with you for a period of time, or some feeling of regret. Some of you actually could have been experiencing depression for a period of time, and you could be making some progress on how to transmute that energy. Okay, so what is going on for Aries? I feel like we're going to just read across the table. So what's going on for Aries first card out for Aries. Thank you. So we've got the Magician and the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So some of you could be, we've got the Three of Swords here too. Some of you could be dealing with someone in romance since the Knight of Cups is here. Some of you could be trying to open your heart up to love. Knight of Cups is about offering your heart to something. Someone could be doing that for you as well, Aries. But there is this energy of creation with the Magician. Some of you could also be really highly focusing your energy into manifestation. Mantras are coming through here. Also, mantras are meditations to work on the inner child as well. If you're not doing that already, that's a message too. Again, a helicopter is going by, so I feel like there's this message of higher perspective, looking at something from a different point of view. Some of you could be doing higher self meditations. My cards just kind of fell over. They slid around when I put them back. But I see the Knight of Cups and the Three of Swords next to each other. So after a period of time, Aries, of having, it almost feels like a broken down heart or a painful heart. We're living from your experience of pain in the heart center and the heart chakra. You could be trying to open it up or trying to give or accept love. This could be a process, since I also see the Three of Wands here. This could be a process of like waiting. Okay, what's going on for Aries this June? What's going on for Aries? So we've got the Hangman and the Two of Swords. Again, two energies of waiting. But then at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot. So it feels to me, Aries, that maybe after, was it you that had, it was you that had isolation. And I'm noticing that both of these cards have the same color gray. Some of you, Aries, could be trying to clear your mind during this time of isolation or waiting or of stagnancy, so that when you do gain the insight or the knowledge that you need, you're able to move very quickly. We've got the Eight of Wands here, or the Eight of Cups. Why did I say Eight of Wands? Some of you could be actually wanting to communicate from someone that you either moved away from or they moved away from you. Some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, since I see the Queen of Pentacles here. But there is this energy of right now things are stagnant. Things are kind of holding still, and you're hoping to gain some different perspective. All right, tell me more about what's going on with Aries this June, please. Thank you. So we've got the Knight of Wands. Again, that's quick moving action forward. So after this period of stagnancy, we're trying to gain that different perspective. There will be movement forward, and it's movement taken in passion. We've got your energy here as a fire sign at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what's this Magician? What's Aries trying to manifest or create this June? No. What's Aries trying to create or manifest this June? You could be keeping this close to your chest, Aries. Anything you can tell us about this Magician? Thank you. Yeah, so it's a runaway card. The Five of Cups came out and flipped into the reverse. We got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like for those of you who have struggled with depression or a prolonged period of, I'm hearing complacency even, or feeling like things are not working for you, being regretful or sad about things that have happened in the past, you're at this time trying to, I'm hearing, actively let those things go, release them, release the feelings of sadness or regret. And when the Five of Cups is in reverse, it's like you're at that point when you've released it, ready to let in Two of Cups, that love energy into your heart. So I do feel like you are seeking insight or clarity by looking inward and becoming very clear about what it is that caused you to block yourself emotionally or in the heart space. Okay. What's this Hangman and Two of Swords here for Aries this June? Thank you. This landed on the Two of Cups. The Five of Cups in the reverse is kind of Two of Cups energy, so it's funny that I called it the Two of Cups. We have the Hierophant coming out in the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the King of Wands here again. Some of you could be looking to create a commitment with someone that you've experienced an ending with. That's not going to be for everyone. For some of you, it feels like when you're working on opening up your heart, clearing those blockages, you're figuring out, what is this here? I'm being kind of blocked from that storyline. They're telling me, like, go back. So I see the Three of Cups now. Some of you are kind of hoping to have some sort of a coming together, or I'm hearing a new commitment with something that has previously ended for you. A lot of you have invested a lot of time, a lot of energy into something. Since I see the Seven of Pentacles here, it's an investment, something that you'd like to grow. It does feel like this period of rest or silence or waiting is kind of in an effort to get you on the right track so that you can work towards rebuilding something here that is, it feels different. It feels like for a large group of you, you're ready to take something seriously with the Hierophant coming out here. Okay. Tell me more about this for Aries this June. What else do we need to know for Aries this June? What do they need to know? So we got the Four of Pentacles. That's kind of crossing this Hierophant energy, and set it on the Hangman. Some of you could just have a really, I mean, I'll put it plainly, some of you could just have a really blocked heart chakra. Some of you could have a really difficult time trusting others. Now I'm like thinking of the other reading I did. I feel like they're overlapping. So some of you could have strong Taurus placements that are affecting you at this time. But it does feel like for you, Aries, there is this energy of you really kind of taking the time to protect your heart. I feel like you're Aries, you have a lot of love to give, but it's like you kind of don't want to. I do feel like there is another energy in your presence that things have moved very slowly with, and it's almost like it feels like when I look at these cards, the reason it's hard to read is because the trajectory is up and down. It kind of has you coming together, coming apart, coming together, coming apart. And it feels like you're trying to figure out your part in that. Why does that keep happening? Perhaps it has something to do with this blocked heart chakra. It also has something to do with speech, since I just put my hand over my mouth. My speech is almost what I said. And that could be why you're kind of reining yourself back in to figure out what it is that you want to work on and clear in order to be available in the heart space. Because Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups together to me is like this energy of like, I'm blocking my heart. I'm holding this back. Do you see he's got a pentacle over his heart, or they? Yeah. Seven of Wands. There is this energy, Nine of Swords. There's also this energy of feeling like you need to protect yourself because you could be in a pretty heightened or anxious state. Some of you could be even like not able to sleep well or sleep properly because you got so much kind of running through your mind. But there is also with the Seven of Wands an energy of determination to figure this out. All right. Anything else you need to know for Aries? Oh, all right. We've got the Eight of Pentacles coming out here. So a willingness to work on something, to move through a challenge and gain some information or gain some knowledge. We've got the Ace of Wands coming out as well, and the Justice card. I also see your card here, the Emperor. So there's this energy it's like, while you do this work, while you introspect, self-reflect, and focus on what it is that you'd like to create in your life authentically. And for a group of you, it does feel like a loving connection, romantic, platonic, whatever it is. It feels like a loving connection is something that you want to cultivate, something to really commit yourself to, in whatever context that is. There's this energy here that as you kind of like cross things off your list that you're working on, the inspiration comes. How to bring balance into whatever it is that you've been waiting for. It could be opening your heart to love. It could be accepting some sort of a romantic offer or proposal, or even if it's not romantic, let's say some offering of the heart, some offering of love. It does feel like, yeah, and then we have the Queen of Cups here as well. It does feel like in the near future, you figure out what it is that you need to integrate in order to be able to bring balance to the situation. And the universe and your guides are helping you. They're kind of, whether you are aware of it or not, they're kind of, the way that it's being shown to me is there's stepping stones that are ahead of you, Aries. You're following your path that you laid out before you incarnated in this lifetime. And it's like, as your guides feel that you're ready, each stepping stone is illuminated and you take one step forward. All right, so what's the advice for Aries? Oh, my nose is itching. What's the advice for Aries? There is a big emphasis on communicating your feelings. Perhaps for those of you, I've got the Lovers card coming out here. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. But for those of you that are dealing with a lover, especially for those of you that there's been some challenges or feelings of burden in that situation, there is this energy of your advice being, the Page of Swords is about communication. It's about opening the door to communicate about the things that you've been struggling with. I feel like in Leo season, there's going to be a shift for you with this Aries, where perhaps you're able to see clearly what parts of your ego self have been holding you back from having the experience that you want. So perhaps for some of you, there's been some pain or some ego attached to this situation that has been kind of keeping you in chains from being able to open your heart to something fully, or to see it clearly, even since we have the Sun card here. There's also emphasis on Leo energy with the Sun card, so some of you could be dealing with a Leo. But your advice is to communicate from a place of an open heart. And if that's with a specific person or a group of people, that is the advice. Is there anything else? We've got the Chariot. So Cancer season and Leo season, I kind of love this. And I see the Six of Swords here too. So during Cancer season, which we just moved into, and Leo season, there's a lot of energy of things coming to light for you and the ability to move forward with this journey that you've been on. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope that this reading resonated for you and brought you some feelings of clarity, or at least resonance. I keep giggling during this reading. I think it's because I'm finding that a lot of the stuff I'm saying is, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I keep getting carried away into story in this reading. So maybe that's something that you're experiencing or will soon experience when you use your throat chakra to communicate what it is that you want to integrate or bring into your life, what you want to call in with that manifestation, that magician energy in this new start. Okay, Aries, this is your reading. As always, I really appreciate it if you like, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. I really appreciate it, and it helps me out. Until next time, Aries, please be well. Bye.